32nd Cornwall Regiment. This battalion was stationed at Lucknow and Kanpur in 1857, and no battalion in the British Army can match the sacrifices of this battalion as far as British history in general is concerned to a significant extent, and War of 1857-59 is concerned in particular. This battalion suffered highest fatal casualties in the War of 1857-59, many murdered in cold blood, violating all laws and norms of war and humanity by the Indians. Now, characters like Dalrymple and commercial authors that you find today are totally ignoring these most unjustified murders of the totally outnumbered soldiers of Her Majesty's 32nd Fort at Kanpur. The battalion held Lucknow Residency largely on its own, with assistance from remnants of Indian battalions from June 1857 to September 1857, when first relief of Lucknow took place. As you can see, British Indian garrison is besieged in the Residency, as you can see, in the middle of the city, surrounded by rebels, as you can see, and this siege lasted from June to September 1857. As you can see, the siege of Lucknow, primarily Her Majesty's 32nd Foot, the Cornwall Regiment. As you can see, these were the troops in Lucknow in May 1857. As you can see, there were two Indian battalions at the Musabagh. There was 7th Light Cavalry at the Mutkepur cantonment. There was the Muryan cantonment having 3 Indian infantry battalions, 3 Indian artillery companies and 1 European company. And as you can see, Her Majesty's 32nd Fort was located in this area, and very close to it was another Indian battalion. As you can see, these are the troops in Lucknow in May 1857. There is absolutely no doubt that without this battalion, Lucknow, albeit a fractional part of the city, could not have been held by the company's army, the battalion being a part of the British company's garrison at Lucknow. The importance of Lucknow was not strategic but symbolic. However, it did keep the rebels a hopelessly divided and military effectiveness wise highly mediocre military foe of the company, occupied in the failed assaults and mining of this brave battalion garrison at Residency of Lucknow and its Indian associate battalions surrounded in the Residency. The battalion was awarded 4 Victoria Crosses: Captain Henry George Brown, Lieutenant Samuel Hill Lawrence, Corporal William Oxenham and Private William Dowling, who were awarded Victoria Crosses for gallantry during the siege of Lucknow Residency. The battalion lost 15 officers killed, one of the highest among the all units. Colonel C.A.F.H. Berkeley, in charge of Hodson's Horse and Staff Officer with Outram, was killed in February 1858. Lieutenant Colonel Case was killed at the Battle of Chenhart. Captain Stevens at Chenhart. Captain J. Moore murdered by rebels at the Kanpur garrison. Captain J.W. Mansfield, it's not clear if he died of cholera or was killed in action. Captain W. Power, Captain B.M. Cabe, Lieutenants E. Del Jolie, Lieutenant J.D. Thompson at Chenhart, Lieutenant F. Wainwright, murdered in Kanpur, Lieutenant P.C. Webb, Lieutenant J. Brackenbury, killed at Chenhart, Lieutenant E.C. Hill, murdered in Kanpur, Lieutenant W.H. Studdy, Lieutenant J.W. Charlton. Gubbins stated that he died later in England, although struck by a musket ball in Lucknow, which was lodged in his head. Fatal casualties. The battalion suffered highest fatal casualties among all battalions in 1857-59. It lost 330 killed, subdivided approximately as below. Battle of Chenhart, 128 killed. Siege of Residency, Lucknow, 120 killed. Murdered at Kanpur, 82. Murdered in cold blood by the Indian rebel soldiers. 82 murdered in cold blood. Net impact in the war. The battalion tenaciously held on to Lucknow Residency, which forced the badly organized and highly ineffective rebels to deploy a very large number of battalions to capture the Residency, in which they hopelessly failed. A pathetic lot. One may state that this weakened rebel position at Delhi, where these rebel units may have gone. This is only the scribe's assessment. However, still Delhi attracted the largest number of rebel battalions. Strategically, Lucknow was not located on any major Indian east-west communication. Hence, its impact was, as far as the overall strategic outcome of war was concerned, was limited. As you can see, Lucknow was not located on the main east-west link Grand Trunk Road, highlighted in bold white in map below. Hence, its possession by rebels did not pose a strategic threat to the company. Its importance was more political than strategic, although second to Delhi. Her Majesty's 32nd Foot was awarded the Battle Honour Lucknow, which of course it deserved more than any other unit. This ends the podcast on Her Majesty's 32nd Foot. In the next podcast, we will cover 34th Cumberland Regiment of Foot.